Hey guys, how are you? I know it's kind of late here, almost 11 o'clock at the time I'm recording this. I know some of you are probably wondering, when are you going to go to bed? Well, I'm going to go to bed soon here, but we got some severe weather to talk about here as we do have the chance of severe weather happening. Could be about this time frame tomorrow. Could be, perhaps. So let's get right to it. For those of you that may have not seen this yet, let me go ahead and pull over here for you. If I can get my mouse to work here, give me a moment here. As we have right now at the moment here, let me take myself also off the screen for a moment. That way you can see that a little bit better. So right now, this is the severe weather outlook for Tuesday night. You could actually see that Fairfield, Wayne County, Edwards, Wabash, Clay, Richland, Lawrence counties, Mount Vernon, Illinois, Salem, the St. Louis metro area, all underneath the slight risk for severe weather. That is a level 2. By the way, live chat's open if you want to say hello on this late Monday night. Potential hazards up to 1 inch. That'd be about quarter-sized hail, damaging wind gust about 60 to 70 miles per hour. Tornado risk is low for the moment, and then severe thunderstorm coverage is scattered. So, and I know it's kind of hard to see a little bit, but if you look over there to your top left, so if you can see my cursor, kind of like right here, you start to see that enhanced risk for severe weather, and that's because there's actually an enhanced risk for severe weather for the northern part of Missouri into central Illinois and even into kind of like the western side of Indiana. So if you know someone that's in the Springfield area, Bloomington, Peoria, those areas right there, they are the ones who are going to be an enhanced risk for severe weather. And so, as we take a look at this, I want to show you guys, just want to show you what I saw earlier. As let me do something real quick here. And it's kind of late night a little bit and everything, but I have some information here for you about this. So, while I'm doing that, I want to go ahead and tell you about what the Storm Prediction Center has posted. I actually thought I had that window up. Turns out I didn't. So silly me for that. But one of the things that they mentioned, and I was talking about the enhanced risk here, as we take a look at their site, and I will also show you the what it looks like here for tomorrow. So let me go back here to that. So you can actually see what I'm talking about in terms of the enhanced risk for severe weather. Again, this is not for the Fairfield area, not for the St. Louis area either, but this is, again, central Illinois, about the northwestern part of Indiana, north central Missouri, even like a little bit of southeastern Iowa as well, any enhanced risk. But again, if you know someone's like in the Bloomington, Springfield, Peoria areas, those are the areas that you're going to have to watch out for. As we take a look here at the information that the Storm Prediction Center posted, I actually have some information about that for you. They posted this information, and it was actually at 12:27 this afternoon, which we expect an update here, but this is layman's terms here about what could happen tomorrow. A severe weather event is expected Tuesday afternoon and evening across parts of the Midwest and central Texas. A low pressure system is moving east across the upper Great Lakes, with a cold front stretching southwest into the central plains. Winds behind the front are weakening, which means the front will likely slow down and stall across the Midwest and central plains later today. Now that's our today, pretty much Monday. Over the next 24 hours, warmer and more humid air will move north as southerly winds strengthen across the plains. This will create a large area of warm, unstable air from southern Texas north into the central plains and the Great Lakes region. This warm sector will be the main area where severe storms could develop. Thunderstorms are expected to increase Tuesday afternoon and evening as an upper level weather system moves east and lifts the warm, unstable air. As for the Midwest, as for us, now the greatest threat for severe weather in the region will likely occur along the frontal boundary Tuesday afternoon and evening. Forecast models suggest a stalled cold front may move back north as a warm front as stronger southerly winds develop. However, the exact location of the boundary is uncertain, and cooler air coming off of Lake Michigan could also influence storm development. Even with these uncertainties, the environment will be favorable for strong thunderstorms along the front, especially from northern Missouri into Kansas and across parts of Illinois. The atmosphere will contain plenty of moisture, instability, and wind shear, which means storms that form could become well organized. Now, possible threats include tornadoes, including the potential for strong tornadoes if isolated supercell storms develop. You may have not known this, you may have heard about it. There was an EF3 tornado that impacted parts of Michigan last week. That tornado was not in the slight risk for severe weather. In fact, for Michigan, it was in the marginal risk for severe weather. What does that mean? It means even though we are in a slight risk, we just can't rule out the possibility of an isolated tornadic cell. Large hail, possibly larger than 2 inches in diameter. Again, I feel like the 2 inches in diameter hail is going to be to our north, where the enhanced risk for severe weather is. And then damaging straight line winds as storms begin to cluster together during the evening. Now, again, the highest tornado potential appears to be across central Illinois between roughly 4 p.m. and 9 p.m., where conditions will likely be most favorable for storm development. So right now, this is what the SPC, the Storm Prediction Center, has on their site. And as you can actually see, again, if you can see my cursor, here is central Illinois, Missouri, Iowa, Indiana. Let me go ahead and show you this here in terms of the tornado probability. You could actually see right there for central Illinois, you could actually see where you have that yellow hatch. That means 10% probability. The brown, 5%. The green hatched area is 2%. So you can actually see how, from an intensity standpoint, looks to be about a 1 right there in the hatched area, but still, again, the greater threat for stronger tornadoes and central Illinois. But again, any storms that do form, again, you have the potential to produce a tornado. So always be alert for that. In terms of wind, pretty much Texas at this point, 30% chance of wind for us, about 15, 5% the further southeast you go. So Evansville, for example, 5%. And if you look at hail, obviously the hail would be in greater intensity and probability to the north of us. But again, can't rule out some storms that actually form and produce large hail. Again, Paducah mentioned up to quarter size, which is about 1 inch. So anyway, and let's also take a look here at the cities. And as you can see right here, let me see if I can zoom in here for you a little bit on this, because that way you guys can see a little bit of what I'm talking about. Let me see. Usually we can't do that. So Chicago, Aurora, Naperville, Joliet, Springfield, and then enhanced. I thought there'd be more than that. I may have to probably zoom in a little bit. I thought you actually could. Well, anyway, as we take a look here at the interstates, so yeah, we're also talking Champaign as well, Peoria, Chicago a little bit. Also, as I talk about the Quad Cities area, Hannibal, Missouri, Quincy. So right there in that, right there in central Illinois, again, appears to be the enhanced risk level for severe weather. I do know some people up there in the area. I lived in Taylorville years ago. And so, yeah, I'll get to that comment in a moment. But as you can see right there, there it is right there for you. So, but again, for us here, and I also like to mention, again, this is for tomorrow. Now, keep in mind, we also have this. And for Wednesday, we're going to be underneath the marginal risk for severe weather. Let me pull up Tuesday night here just to show you once again, if you just happen to hop on here. So this is for Tuesday again. As you can see, slight risk for severe weather, enhanced risk to the north of us. And then as we look ahead to Wednesday, looking at a marginal risk for severe weather, slight risk over to our southeast. But again, no, Tuesday for us here in the Fairfield area, that appears to be again the best chance we have in terms of severe weather this week. Um, Commander Bubbles, how you doing? Double D from the gym to the streams. When news breaks, he fixes it. I appreciate that. Thank you. I was at the gym. I ran into Owen Gruen, one of our Mules basketball players. By the way, congratulations to Lawrenceville and Goreville winning their super sectional games tonight. Did you guys hear about Goreville? So Lawrenceville had to go up to EIU for supers. Goreville had to travel all the way to Jacksonville, Illinois, west of Springfield to play a super, and they won. Big road victory for those guys. So congratulations to Todd Tripp and his crew, along with Lawrenceville as well. So now both teams advanced to state. Benton lost, by the way. They lost tonight. So, but I told Owen, by the way, if you've not done so, congratulate Lady Mules and Mules basketball on a great season. Future's bright for both Lady Mules and Mules basketball. And also, real quick, I happened to see this, and I had no idea it was tonight. I had no idea at all until I was at the gym. But the Greater Fairfield Area Chamber of Commerce Banquet Awards were tonight. I missed out on that. I didn't know it was happening. I knew it was coming up. Didn't know the date of it. But apparently it happened. So I actually have a pick'em for this one. So if you just happen to miss out on that, let me go ahead here. And maybe you didn't see the post on Facebook. But I actually have a few people who I like to mention as a pick'em for it. I just kind of, every year I kind of like to do a pick'em of this because again, I didn't know it was going on tonight until I saw the post while I was at the gym. But so Hayes Plumbing and Heating 2026 Business of the Year. Congratulations to CE and his group. My Business of the Year pick'em was actually Javaloo. Javaloo was my pick. I remember back in 2020 when Nikki and her crew stepped up to help those in need during the COVID year. And you look at the food, the service, everything high quality. Always enjoy going there. Haven't been there in a while. I need to have the burger of the month. But that was my pick'em for Business of the Year. New Business of the Year, Fusion Coffee, well-deserved as well. Congratulations to Landon and Andrew and the crew over there. Really like going to Fusion every now and then. Haven't been in a while either. My New Business of the Year picks, again, this is a pick 'em here for fun. Mine was actually, I thought of two of them. One was Keys Real Estate and the other was Woods Polishing. That was my New Business of the Year pick'ems. And Community Service Award, Brandon Fry, well deserved by Brandon. I remember playing dodgeball with Brandon years ago on a dodgeball team. He was a great teammate that time years ago. I think we were regular Joes or something like that. I know Sheldon Bunning was on that team. Nathan Jones. That was a fun group. Let's see. For community service, if I had to pick, I would say Don K. Wood. Mr. Mule himself, even his wife Linda. They're active members of the Wayne County Historical Society. You look at his impact in education here locally, how many students he taught over the years. I had a cousin that posted a few years ago on my Facebook page. I happened to post a photo of Don. It was either Don and Linda or just Don himself. And he said that Don was the fairest teacher he ever had. And whenever I go to my church and Don is teaching Sunday school, I watch him teach and observe. I mean, you can see he's sharp as a tack. You can see how the teacher in him just emerges, and it's a sight to behold. So those are my pick'ems this year. So congratulations again to Hayes Plumbing and Heating 2026 Business of the Year, Fusion Coffee New Business of the Year, and Brandon Fry Community Service of the Year. I hope it was well attended. Again, I did not know what was going on tonight, so had no idea. So, but anyway, hope those in attendance had a great time tonight. So anyway, as we take a look here again tomorrow, again, a reminder, as we do have the slight chance for severe weather, slight risk for severe weather, I should say. Again, I'm looking at the time frame here in the least in the evening to the nighttime hours. Should be here with you tomorrow night as well, barring anything unforeseen. As long as we have an internet connection and power, should be good. If any storms come our way, if that can be overnight while I'm asleep, so be it. So be it. But at least we're in a slight risk for severe weather, enhanced risk to our north. Let me check out the live. Let me take a look at the live chat here and see if there's anyone out there still watching here. I do have a couple of comments here. Okay, do see a few of them, but anyway, but that's all I have here, guys. But I also like to mention, it's not officially spring yet, but we are starting to see some active severe weather. And I would also like to mention, too, if you have not come up with a severe weather preparedness plan yet, please do so. Because I tell you what, this is a good time. This is the time of year when we start to see severe weather get active. We saw it, a few weeks ago. Talking about Commander Bubbles, Gabe, a friend of mine, happened to send some reports to me from Crawford County about Flat Rock area, how they got hit by that twister a few weeks ago. It was an EF1, but again, weak tornadoes, they can cause damage. And so I'm here to tell you guys, just to be weather aware always, especially this time of year, because we remember how last year in the spring how it was pretty active for severe weather. And one more thing I'd like to note here, this is just something that's coming up that I feel like is where it is here. Yeah, let me see here, Kenneth. I was getting ready to talk about that. Let me see here. There it is. You may have not seen this. Let me see. There it is. So this was posted. Wayne County Emergency Management Agency on Facebook. Let me pull this up here for you. They're going to be having a Skywarn Storm Spotter Training Basic Spotter course class. That's going to be on Thursday, March 19th at 6 o'clock on the campus of Frontier Community College at Bob Boyles Hall. And let me pull this up here for you, that way you guys can see it. Jeff Jake, Wayne County EMA, he's the local contact. The NWS instructor for it is Andy Lesage. I believe it's how you pronounce his name, or it could be Lesage. It could be French term, French pronunciation perhaps. Learn about different weather phenomena and how to report them. The class lasts 2.5 hours and all course material is free. I will tell you that I have registered for this course. I remember the first time I took this course was years ago, and it was before the Fairfield Police Department, when where they're at right now. It was the Armory. And I took the course at the Armory years ago before it became the Fairfield Police Department. I learned a wealth of information, and that information has helped me with, providing you guys severe weather coverage voluntarily. And so I do highly recommend it if you are wanting to become a trained basic weather spotter. There's also advanced out there, but this is basic. But for someone who maybe you haven't took it in a while, maybe it's been years like I have, or maybe, you have an interest in weather and you've never took this course, you will learn a wealth of information. I can't stress enough. It is worth it. So again, become an official National Weather Service Skywarn Storm Spotter. And again, it's free, 2.5 hours. You're going from 6 to 8:30. Hey, that's not bad at all. That is not bad at all, because I remember it was about the same time as it was when I was at the Armory years ago taking this course. So, but if you guys want to become a storm spotter, and I tell you what, let me say this here too. We have radar. We have reflectivity, we have correlation coefficient, we have the wind shear, all that. But let me tell you this though, your reports You guys are like the boots on the ground. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Storm chasers, storm spotters, local EMA, law enforcement, they are like the boots on the ground when it comes to this type of stuff because they undergo training through this. And I tell you what, this is actually good because I remember one of the things I learned when I was at that class years ago was knowing the difference between, what was a funnel cloud and a scud cloud. Okay, what the difference was between them because scud clouds can be perceived as a funnel cloud, and that's, they kind of look, it's like a fake funnel cloud. You know what I mean? It's like that. So if you guys are interested, again, I highly recommend it. If you haven't done so already, register for the Storm Spotter Training Basic Spotter course. It's brought to you by the National Weather Service in Paducah. I think they also have an online version of it. There's also the QR code that you actually see, so you guys can check that out. You can also go to weather.gov/PAH/spotter training for registration, but I highly recommend it and highly encourage it. So anyway, hi, Christina. Christina's on here watching. Give me a thumbs up. Hey, Kenneth, I hope I helped you out there, sir, with the information on that. Let me do something here real quick. Let me send this to you. Because I do recommend the course. And let me see here, Kenneth. It'll be popped up here. But like I said, I will send you the link to it. It's weird. Kenneth, for some reason, I can't pull up your name. That's so weird. Oh, maybe that's it? Okay. I think I sent it over to you, so try that, Kenneth. Yep, okay. So anyway, Nolan's snoring away. Christina, wake up the man. Well, better not wake him up. He may get mad. I saw him lifted at the gym at 5 a.m. a while back, so it was good to see him, by the way. But anyway, Kenneth, again, I just sent you the link to that. Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is, I mean, the scud and funnel, they look so much alike. Again, it's like the scud is like that fake funnel, and people perceive it to be. But when you see those clouds rotate, when you see the updrafts and those clouds rotating, that is when the red flags start going up. If it was a scud, you wouldn't be having that. But when you have those updrafts and you have those funnels, and again, and I always say this, a funnel, again, if the funnel cloud is aloft, it's still a funnel cloud. It's not a tornado until it touches the ground, until it touches down. So it doesn't become an official tornado until that funnel cloud touches the ground and becomes a tornado. So, but again, the storm spotters, storm chasers, they're the boots on the ground. They're the eyes to the sky. They're the ones who are basically risking their lives out there to relay weather reports, because you can have the radar you want, Doppler, which is great, don't get me wrong, but it's always good to have a visual of what's going on. What is the storm doing? How much hail is falling? How much rain is falling? And by the way, we've had a lot of rain here lately. In fact, I didn't pull this up here. Let me do something real quick. But one of the things about has been the rain here lately, and we've had some rivers flooding. Taking a look here at this, if we look at the Little Wabash at Carmi, minor flooding reported. You look at moderate flooding, I believe it's the Green River, I think. Let me see here. Stu workouts made him tired. Yeah, I can see that too, by the way. I can see that too. I believe it's the Green. Let me see. Where's the White River? Let me see. I used to remember what that river was called. Now I'm curious. Let me see. It is the... Well, one of these days I'll pull it up here. Okay, there's the Wabash. I think I'm a little too far north. Hang White River, White River. That's what it is, White River. Okay, the White River. That's what it is. White River, moderate flooding there. So, but again, that's big news. Farmers trying to get to their fields and everything. And now it's like the ground's just too wet. It's too soft, too mushy, too muddy. So, but again, like I said, just be aware if you happen to be, again, as I always say, when it comes to flooding, turn around, don't drown. There are some flood warnings out there in effect. All right, so that about wraps it up here. I gotta go to bed. It's already, what time is it? Oh my gosh, it's already 11:13. Yep, time to go to bed here, guys. So again, guys, just be weather aware tomorrow. Keep it on the radars. Keep it on the skies. Should be here providing you weather coverage if need be. If it's overnight and I'm asleep, so be it. May wake up early enough unless if I sleep through the storm. It's fine, but again, just be weather aware for tomorrow. Again, the greatest threat to our north, central Illinois, especially like Springfield, Champaign, Bloomington, Peoria, Quincy, up there that way. I know some people up there in those areas. So guys, be safe, be weather aware. And again, just can't let our guard down. Can't let our guard down because we know that we saw what happened last spring. We saw spring last year, how active and busy it was. And here we are. I mean, it's not officially spring yet, but it's feeling like it here, folks. So again, just can't let our guard down for tomorrow. Have a good rest of your night. Sleep well.